Savannah, thanks for joining us. Obviously, a busy weekend this weekend and a nice trip to St Helens as you take on Leeds in the Women's Super League semi-finals. How much are you looking forward to this game?
A lot. It's obviously ours there for the taking. It should be a really challenging game, but I'm really excited. I'm really looking forward to it.
It's been an interesting year for you. Started off at Bradford. Did you ever expect to be in the semi-finals come this point of the year?
Absolutely not. When I started the season, obviously, I thought I'm going to see the season out with Bradford. I got an unexpected phone call with the opportunity to go to York, and I'm so glad I got that opportunity. I'm really enjoying York, and I'm so glad I'm there with the girls. We're really strong, such a solid team, and we've come a long way. I don't think anyone expected us to be where we are now.
Well, to make it to the Challenge Cup final as well, with such a short period of time for you to all gel, that must have been some achievement.
Yeah, amazing. I remember the first game we had against Wigan, we literally had one training session before that all together. And then we went out there. I think that's probably my favourite moment being at York. We had that one training session. We went out. We had no clue how we was going to all play together. And we just put on such a big show. And that was probably the greatest moment. And then to get to the Challenge Cup final was amazing.
Obviously, that semi-final against Castleford, you scored. Was it a hat-trick in that one?
Yeah. Yeah, that probably the best game I've played ever. That was really good. Felt amazing that game as well.
And on your home soil as well, the LNER Community Stadium, it's such a great facility and you've got to play there a couple of times now with these double headers, which are a great way of showcasing the women's game. Exactly.
The last game we had, so last weekend, quite a few of the fans actually stayed behind and watched our game as well after the men's game, which is amazing. And it just pushes the women's sport. Like, for example, this week we're playing and we're going to be live on Sky Sports, which is amazing for the game. Just grows the sport, hopefully get more young girls coming up through that are interested after seeing us on TV or seeing us at the stadium playing.
And you're playing an exciting brand of rugby, obviously coming up against a tough side this weekend, but whatever happens this week, next year must be exciting to be part of the York project.
Yeah, I just think we're going to just grow and grow. Like, we've come up in such a short period of time. We can only get better. And the girls, everyone's so committed. Everyone's so lovely there. I'm so glad I did move over to York. It's been an amazing experience and I don't have any regrets moving.
You also, halfway through the season, represented Jamaica in the Rugby Sevens. How did that come about? And how was that to represent part of your heritage?
Yeah, it's kind of a crazy experience. I'd been speaking to the Jamaican Sevens men's coach, and he'd sent me a message saying there was an opportunity to go to LA, which I was interested in, but I didn't know, it wasn't like set in stone whether I was going or not. And I think it was only 2 weeks. Was it 2 or 3 weeks before we was going? He was like, "Yeah, it's confirmed. You're going to LA." So it was such a shock that I was actually going. And when I got there, it was amazing. Such a great opportunity. I obviously never imagined that I'd be going to LA to represent Jamaica, but it was brilliant. I enjoyed every second of it. It was just great being involved in that.
Well, I mean, what a year it's been then. I mean, you can't have imagined anything like this. I mean, obviously 2020 rolled out because of COVID. There's still been issues this year, of course, but what a season it's been for you in 2021.
Yeah, honestly, amazing. Like you said, I never expected any of this to happen, and I'm grateful for all the opportunities I've been given this year, especially after last year where we didn't get to play in a rugby. It's been great.
But as we sum up, I mean, how do you sum up 2021? I mean, I know there's still games to be played, but I don't know how you can, as you say, it's been a year which you could never have expected everything that's happened.
Yeah, I don't think I really have words to describe it. It has been unbelievable, I'd say. Obviously, moving from Bradford to York was crazy. I never expected that to happen. And then for us to do so well at York, with honestly just been such a solid team, and we've been the underdogs. And then I think everyone's starting to think, "Oh, York coming up, we need to be careful." And I think every game now we've had, you never know which way it's going to go. There've been some really competitive games, which obviously makes it a lot better to play and a lot better to watch for the fans as well.
York are going to get bigger. They're going to improve over the off season. Everyone's got to be wary of the Knights in 2022, especially with the facilities you've got as well. It seems everything's set up to provide you with a great base to build the squad with.
Yeah, 100%. There's a lot of push behind the women's rugby at York, and the facilities are amazing. The best facilities I've ever been to in Women's Super League. So it just makes it going to training is just so much better, and you just feel like you've got the support from the club. Sometimes I've been at other clubs and you don't really get the backing from the club, and you don't feel like you're appreciated as much. But being at York, you feel equal to the men now.
Yeah, I think from the outside you can tell which clubs perhaps take the women's game more seriously than others, and obviously York are doing that at the moment. What's the message for the supporters this week? Because obviously they'll be watching either at the Totally Wicked Stadium or at home on Sky. As you say, it's on TV. It's a great platform for the women's game and the York City Knights team.
Well, I just hope as many people can either come down to the stadium or watch on the TVs at home. Just try push for numbers, get a lot of people watching at home, and hopefully the sport's just going to continue growing with the support we're getting. And
how many tries are you going to score this weekend?
I don't know. Well, what should we say? 3? I'm kidding. I don't know. Hopefully I get over for 1. We'll see. It'll be a very tough game though.
It's a team game. All that matters is the win, isn't it? That's what everyone will say.
Yeah, 100%. That's what the aim is.